Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot reading with me. I'm Ashley Rose, and this is your Daily Tarot reading for Monday, September 12th, 2022. How are you feeling after this weekend, after Mercury retrograde? I mean, not after Mercury retrograde, we are in Mercury retrograde now, which I apologize, totally misspoke last week. If you watched my Friday video talking about Mercury retrograde, I kept saying it was in Gemini. I don't know why. I don't know where I was getting that from. It's in Libra. Everything still applies, just that I mean, it's Mercury retrograde, so I'm not surprised. I misspoke, but digress. We're in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and we had that pretty intense full moon in Pisces on Saturday. I mean, intense, but it's. I feel like it was there to push us out of what has been, I don't know, keeping us back, or just like we've gotten so serious because so many things are happening and so many things are changing and so many things are just like out of our control right now because shit's trying to line itself up, and that feels chaotic. But so I felt like this full moon was just pushing on us to let go and to have fun and to reconnect with who we are and to reconnect with nature and to reconnect with the universe and just be and allow ourselves to be calm and to be like water and just kind of go with the flow, right? Because the full moon is in Pisces, and that's a very intense placement spiritually. We were feeling very in tune. We might have when I say connect deeper, obviously, but like connect deeper to our gifts, connect deeper to the spiritual things that we already practice. So maybe that is tarot and you've been drawn to read cards a lot more, or maybe it's astrology, or maybe it's, doing readings, or maybe you are, you're hearing things or you're seeing things more. It's stuff like that, It's been funny. As I'm shuffling, I'll just get into the story a little bit. We're staying at our friend's house while we're here, until we, hold on. While we look for an apartment, and since I was a kid, I've always talked to myself. And when I was younger, I at this thought I was talking to myself. And then I got older, I came to realize that I'm probably not talking to myself. Or it's not even that I'm probably not, like I'm not. And there is a presence in the home, and so I'm talking to it, and I feel like it's been interesting when I have moments where I'm just going off of the spiritual thing, the connection, and our spiritual insights being a little more heightened, because I feel like, geez, when I've been alone today, and there's just been so much going on in the house. It is so active today. Like I just can't even, it's funny, but it's like those things. So maybe, when you were younger, you maybe have, maybe you were talking to spirits, or maybe you were drawn again to tarot cards. And so it's the things like that where we start feeling them become a little bit more intense, a little bit more prevalent. And it's like right now, especially now with all of what retrograde is helping us to look at, is that, there are these things within us that are just natural to us, and we're being pulled, or they're kind of being like pulled out of us, but we're being pulled to really use those and tap into them instead of, turning away and hiding and acting like they're not there. It's like we're putting the flashlight on it, and it's like, especially with the full moon, because it's lit up sky, and it's like, okay, it's time to use this. Here, this is my flashlight. Anyways, I digress. I'm talkative today. I swear it's that Mercury. But let's get into it. So we have the 12th day. 1 + 2 is 3, and 3 is the number for new beginnings. It's communication. It's having fun. It's being social. And I love that this energy is around for the beginning of this retrograde, because again, we're in this time where we're super serious right now. And we're like trying to hold on to things that we have, so nothing doesn't change, but the universe and everything is pointing at us to change, but we're a little like, what does that even mean? And we feel like we're this in between. And so I love that 3 is the energy for the day, being like, okay, go have fun though. Yeah, communication struggling right now, but you have other senses that can help you communicate, and that can help you get out what you're saying, and that can help you connect, and that can just help you have fun. Though this one part of you isn't really working to its best potential, that doesn't mean that everything else, you can't have fun with too. Again, I'm hoping my words are coming out right, because I feel like it just feels weird today. But today we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And, there's a couple ways I feel about this card, because usually when it's upright, I'm going to get into it and then I'll explain how I'm feeling. When it's upright like this is like, you've been working for a long time, and it's like, how much longer? Right? Like, I know I only have one more pentacle to, put on there. And I know that like the work I've done so far is really great. And I've been able to use my, my creativity, and I'm listening to my intuition, but just like, can I get there? That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. And I still feel like there are some of us today that feel that way, and that we're kind of a little impatient with where we are right now in our journey. And it's, I can say that I'm part of that group a little bit too, because we can feel all of these things that are around the horizon, and we can feel this big shift happening. We can feel this big change that's about to unfold in our life, and we don't know what that is yet, but our body and our senses that is already intuitively getting us ready for that. And because it hasn't manifested physically yet, that's where I feel like some of this unsureness and this impatience comes from, because we're like, okay, well, where is it? I'm doing the things. And it's like, we got to stop thinking about the things that we're doing, and we have to just keep moving, and we have to allow the things to go with the flow. We can't stop and think longer and allow these thoughts to turn into beliefs that then distract us from our goals and things that we're going towards, right? Because if we sit here and we say, oh my God, I put in so much, I'm not having it. And you could be like right there. You could be literally like, we're right there. We got one more left to do. And we want to for just not even pay attention that we could be so close, and kind of just walk away. Like, come on, we've moved past that. And so with it being in reverse today, it is that understanding, that acceptance, and that letting go of this impatience, of this okay, it's coming. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be the wonderful, weird, normal, natural, eccentric, unique, divine, multi-dimensional being that I came here to be. And I'm just going to allow life to take me in the direction that I know that I'm going in, because we don't need to see where we're going to know that we're going to be okay, because we've been building this foundation of structure, of stability, of peace, of balance, of connection to our intuition. Remember what these themes were all about this year. And when we tune into that and we ground down into that place, into that foundation that we built for ourselves, we understand that it doesn't matter where we go, because we're going to bring ourselves to the right place when we lead by our truth and the authority of ourselves, and not by other people, or not what other people want us to do. We don't have to worry about those things. And we have the number 7 today. So 7 is the manifestation number. It's good luck. It's money. It is abundance. And it's just very much we are working. Not very much, but the things that we're working towards will bring us the luck that we deserve, right? It's kind of I'm feeling karma coming back around with this card, to where we're holding this wand, and we're holding our purpose with purpose now. We were holding it with before, when this is upright like this, but now we're holding it in a way that we're okay, I'm going to stand by this. I'm going to, really tune into the discipline that it takes to calm my mind and have strength in my thoughts, and really think about how I can elevate my business, or how I can bring more stability in, or use my creativity to get rid of some of these feelings I could be feeling that are making me a little unsure on the inside, right? It's us doing the work. Yeah, it's I want to say not us doing the work, but it's us doing our part, right? Because what I like to think when Mercury retrograde happens, it's this divine action from the universe that is helping us move forward, but it happens by making us go within, so that we can kind of slingshot out. And so that is it today, by us doing our part, is going within and finding these places that are screaming out for attention, I feel and calming them and sitting them down at the table. I like to think of myself, or all my sides of myself when things are off. I bring everybody to the dinner table, and I try to figure out who's crying, who's yelling, who's the one talking, and then I calm that part of myself and let them know that I am now in charge, that I keep us safe, that we are okay. You know, it's that type of feeling. The day doesn't feel particularly ambitious, but it's just a day for us to, you know, give ourselves a pat on the back for all the hard work that we've done. And if we're feeling a little like we're not going in the right direction or we're not doing enough, it's an indication that we need to back off, we need to pump the brakes, and we need to just go out and have some fun, right? Because that's the big deal of the day, is having fun and really communicating that joy with yourself, because we can't stay in this space of frustration, because we don't want to, or it's not even like we don't want to, but it's like, it's just keeping us in that place that we just don't need to be in. There's no reason to be there. We've learned how to get ourselves out of that place. And at the bottom, it's just so funny. We have the Chariot, the Devil in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the King of Cups. So it's like us going on, this is us on our path, but we need to zoom out and stop allowing ourselves to be up at night. And it is like we're zooming out. We're zooming out of the small little details. We're not allowing ourselves to be distracted by the things that don't matter to us, keeping ourselves locked away from our goals and our desires. And we're not allowing these things that used to keep us up at night to cause us more anxiety and to lose any more sleep over. It's done, because our dreams don't have time for that, right? This is the King of Cups here at the bottom. He's emotionally mature. He's spiritually in tune. He understands what is needed of him to lead his community, lead his empire, and to make his dreams happen. And the decisions that need to be made, the actions that need to be taken, and the discipline that needs to be put in the trust in ourselves and what we can do and what we can build, right? Because he's a king, so he doesn't doubt that he doesn't have it in it. He knows, and he trusts that he's going to make it happen, right? So that's us. We're trusting that we can make it happen. We're trusting that we are in line with our purpose. And it's okay if things are going to feel a little weird, a little clouded. We're in Mercury retrograde. That's why this is like upside down, and it just seems interesting, right? We're in an interesting time. So turn that frown upside down. Have some fun, go outside today, get into nature, connect, because we're talking about pentacles here. So earthly things, ground yourself, put your feet on the earth, and just sit there for a couple minutes and allow yourself to just tune in, okay? Doesn't need to be longer than 5-10 minutes, but just, intentionally try to connect with yourself today. That's going to be the best way through the day, best way through this energy. Again, the number is 7. So we're talking good luck. We're talking manifestations. We're talking money. We are talking, it is like, that next move after, I feel like it's taking action on the opportunities that we're being given as well. So that's where I'm going to leave it. If you'd like to know more about me, what I have going on, or you'd like to book a tarot reading, you can go to ashley.rose.com. Follow me on Instagram as well. That's Ashley Rose Tarot. The links are in the description. And I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Tarot reading.